Man with the stick.
Hello to all you Doctor Who fans. I'm speaking to you from the set of The Two Doctors, and I just want to say I'm very sorry I can't be with you.
I'm going to lash you to within an inch of your life. And then I'm going to have you.
The nature of Monkey was irrepressible.
I'm going to rescue her. I'm going to save Rose Tyler from the middle of the Dalek fleet, and then I'm going to save the Earth, and then, just to finish off, I'm going to wipe every last stinking Dalek out of the sky!
But you have no weapons, no defenses, no plan!
Yeah. And doesn't that scare you to death? Rose?
Yes, Doctor?
I'm coming to get you.
Press the wrong button again. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. Mostly you're in England, I think. Most you're in Blighty, so it's 5 o'clock. It's, well, I should start going. No, YouTube won't let me do that. At 5 to 5? Yeah, no, I can't schedule a stream from 5 to 5 because then I go, it's Thursday, was it? Friday, it's 5 to 5. It's the Rabbi. Crackerjack, baby. Crackerjack. That was the show we used to watch when I was a wee young nipper. Right, I'm kind of getting used to this flashing light thing. I nearly went looking for light bulbs this morning, right, in the middle of my morning routine. But then I realized they're way too high up. Oh, 1 second though. My youngest son is home. Who is and my older son was home as well today. Blimey, right? There was a big deal. There was a building. Right, they were wiring up with explosives to blow up 2 buildings. They're wiring up with in Gaza, obviously. Right, the army was wiring up with explosives to blow up, and Hamas fired an an RPG rocket propelled grenade into it, which hit a detonator, which sent the whole thing up, and it collapsed and killed. Like, it was the biggest amount of people killed in one day, like 21 people. It was really, so the funeral of one of the people killed is here, and my son, who was a commander, I think he said he was in command of the tanks that were involved there, and so he went to the funeral today, right? My other son, he says, oh yeah, I was there like yesterday, right? I was like, I drove by, right? So he just got really insanely lucky, right? So in a tank, you have the driver, you have the loader, you have the gunner, and you have the commander, right? So they just get a new commander, but he hasn't done the loader position before, so which is why my son's position. So he's taken over for my son for a few days, so you get learn to use it. So I told my son, look, you could either come home for the day, put your feet up, have a nice comfy bed, good food. Nice and peaceful would be nice. Or you can stay here and do all the shit jobs. What would you rather? Would you rather do the shit jobs in the rain outdoors while eating shit? Or would you rather go home and be nice and warm and cozy and comfy in a bed? And weirdly, he chose going home, being nice and warm and cozy and comfy in a bed. Good for him. That's all I can say. Good for him. So yeah, they're both home right now. But no, that was like really, really insane. It does not bode well, right? I don't know. I don't think. I don't think things are. Yeah, how can I put this way? Fine. Oh yeah, I worked it out, right? So I think we're going to get to a point, right, where our backs are really up against the wall, right? If you take the Exodus from Egypt as the archetype, which I do, right, because I believe all that stuff is real, and I think time is like a echoing reality, right? So if you take it, the Jews were being chased by the Egyptians, and they backed us up to the Red Sea, right? And so they started to pray. So I thought this because I'm trying to decide whether or not to sit down and have a conversation with a couple of people who've been studying next to me, right? When after morning services, because I hear them having conversations, and I'm like, oh God, they're so wrong about everything. Right? I really need to point them in the right direction, and then. Right, my daily study thing, the Tolman, was it 2 days ago? Had a thing about like if somebody's lost, you have an obligation to show them the way, and then the commentaries is this is also much more applicable. Some people are lost in terms of worldview, right? So I'm like, but yeah, the trouble is, I felt like. I saw a major spiritual problem. I mean, the rabbi taking a shit on Judaism, and I thought it was a major spiritual problem which would have major repercussions, right? It looks like it did, right? I mean, not just because of this little guy, but like I think it was more of a echo of like right? But the problem was nobody gave a shit, right? Bottom line, nobody gave a shit, right? And I was the only one, but yeah, the point is this though. I think this stuff matters anyway. So I hear these guys talking, and they're like, they were very much in the I don't give a shit realm. They're all thinking they give a shit. I don't understand how, but okay. But the point is like this. So the Jews were being chased by the Egyptians. God actually went out of his way to take away the free will from Pharaoh, which is something virtually never done before, right? Harden his heart. So he would go and they mounted up all their military might in their chariots, which were akin to, I don't know, aircraft carriers, right? They came with like with all their military might to go and crush the Jews. Right, and they were the backs where they pushed them up to the shores of the Red Sea, and they prayed to God help us, God help us. He said, so this one of these people studying next to me. Because I understand, like, what does God want out of us? Like, we're all praying, we're praying and praying. What does He want out from us? So I don't think God. In my head, I said, I don't think God wants your prayer. I think honestly, firstly, God always wants your prayer, right? That always wants your prayer. But I don't think that's going to get you out of this. In this, and I thought this thing about the Red Sea. So, and then God sent back a message saying, "What are you doing praying? You got to act, right? You got to act." So that act was this guy called Bezalel. He marched into the Red Sea, right? And he marched up like it came up to his nose, essentially. Yeah, it came up to about here before, and then there was a big miracle of the Red Sea splitting, and the Jews could go through it. But it was like a ultimate act of belief in the existence of a kind, caring, loving God. Right, that was all powerful. It was a complete display of that belief, right? And I think he could have like gone and faced the Egyptians in battle where he would have been killed, or he could have walked into the sea, and he walked into the sea, right? And I think that's where we're going to go. I think that's where God is going to want us to get to, right? To a place of absolute gibbering terror that we can get outside of ourselves. All right, because look, when this war in Gaza's done, when they say, "Oh, they've hardly killed anyone," they've taken about 40% of Hamas. They had I think 40,000 troops at the beginning, 8,000 been killed, 9,000 have been injured. That's 17. And what else? There was another thing. 9,000 injured, and and then there's another 3,000 captured. Right, so it's 12, it's 20,000. That's like it's 50% of their operational force. I think you're doing pretty good. At that point, I think you're doing pretty good. We'll keep going, baby. We'll keep going. The trouble is finding them. Right, I remember there's this. Muslim preacher guy who I think they had him on Piers Morgan, right? Which is why I'm pretty impressed with Piers Morgan, right? Even though, again, vehemently disagree with him in many ways, I'm very impressed with his even-handed journalism. Very rare in today's world, right? I wish I could remember the guy's name, but he says, they should they should just fight man on man against against Hamas, right? Why they have to kill everybody around them? It's called collateral damage. It's because your Hamasniks are terrified little pussies, right? That hide behind children, literally. They literally hide behind children. Anyway, so where was I going with that? We got to here for the. So I think there's got to be this ultimate expression of belief in God that being more powerful than anything else. And the thing that really again just blew my mind, right? Blew my mind. The Rabbi took a shit all over the Torah, all over the essence of Judaism. Literally did, right? And nobody said anything. I think mainly they were embarrassed. They didn't know what to say, right? But in hindsight, they all pretended it didn't happen because they all had egg on their face. Bottom line, it's because they all had egg. So for me, that's like you're just putting your own ego in front. Like now you fucked up once. I understand. You're fucking up. Really? You're compounding the fuck up, right? So I don't know. While I think the whole war in Gaza has done great things to wake up the non-religious Jews who thought they were atheists, right? Suddenly they found out they were in a Jewish foxhole, right? And all those left-wing sentiments didn't really help them, right? Very sadly, right? It's very sadly, but yeah, that's really what went down. Right, but they found out like all their left-wing causes had just deserted them altogether. Right, not fun for them, baby, not fun. Hey. Anyway, there's a few things I want to get to. Where is it? We could do that. Been meaning to get to that for a while. This is good. But think with the race relations, things are looking up, baby. Things are looking up. Check this out. It's very weird. I just noticed Dump H, which is the rabbinic ceremony where I got religious, and it's so not like it was when I was there. Like now, it's super corporate. If you didn't know, that is in fact a Jewish song. Have a Nagila, baby. Have two. Question is, do they just put any music onto this? I don't know, but if you can. Well, I'll be fucked off. I'm like on the tube. Then you stop with your fucking jumping and brown. I'm trying to read the bloody standard. Leave me alone. I mean, these are obviously professional people who have practiced for quite some time. And they're also obviously quite too rhythmically blessed to be Jews. And that's the weirdest thing, right? It's the weirdest thing. Like we got tons of black Jews, right? And if you look at the people killed today, if you see like a large group of people, you will see a couple of black people in them. I mean, look, Asian guy. Right, there's how many? There's 1, 2. Wow, there's 2 Asian guys. That's the weirdest. Really? That's weird. Wow, that's really weird. Because, like, okay, you never see Jewish Asian people. Like, no, I mean, you do, they're out, but you never see them. Wow. Oh, yeah. So I'm just looking at the people who kill. Yeah, no, there's plenty of black Jews. But if and they're born, Jewish. But let's say, you're Jewish and you convert to Jewish and you're black. All of a sudden, right? You won't be able to jive like this anymore. No, it saps out of you. Okay, well done. I just thought that was bizarre. Bizarreville, baby. Bizarreville. What else we got to look at? Oh, this is awesome. I can't believe I didn't get to this on Tom Baker's birthday, right? This was a bit of a own goal. Where is it? We got to look at that. Yeah. But this is awesome. Ask you a question here. Yeah, just like Eccleston said, yeah, I'll come back. I'm just not for Russell Lee Davis or Jane Trant or any of the production team. Or I think any connection to BBC. Let's say through some bizarre sequence of events. Okay, I don't know what they are. What are those bizarre sequence of events? Okay, it's like a Brewster's Millions type thing, right? As long as I can, talk bullshit every day for hours every day, right? And keep people entertained for 30 days. I inherit I inherit Disney. Okay, yes, fine. So I now control. I now control Disney, right? It's a whole new production team. Bad Wolf is out, right? Okay, my vision for Doctor Who. This is what I'd have on my Doctor Who channel. I would have like the main show, and honestly, I would have it a reboot, right? Like starting from I kind of got into this idea when thinking about how they should have ended with Capaldi, right? They should have instead of kept looking backwards, which they kept doing. Because they wanted to legitimize it, right? That was the thing. They had to legitimize it. No, they should have looked forward instead, right? And they should have got to a point where, like, reality is going to implode. And so it's got to, like, reform reality. And, like, but I'll be alone. I don't know who I am. I'll just be me and the TARDIS. The vague memories, right? And everything's been rebooted. Like, the Daleks are rebooted. The Cybermen everything's rebooted, right? So you can basically have a blank canvas and do anything you want in that kind of world, right? You can even remake great stories, right? When they were talking about the Paul McGann series, they're talking about doing like remaking the Talons of Wen Chiang, but in the underground system of New York, right? But yeah, you could like literally remake great stories. And yeah, which if you listen to Big Finish stuff, really works. I love it when they do that because they always put a little bit of a modern spin on it, right? Oh God, not for modern audiences. No, nothing for modern audiences. Yeah, I'll try. Like, firstly, I'd have a channel with like the main show, obviously, but I would also want to do like mini series. I would have at least 4 mini like seasons of 4 episodes with Peter Capaldi, like, yeah, and also Eccleston if he wants to come back, right? And McGann, right? And Matt Smith, right? I'd like one-off specials, movies, or whatever, right? I would also have on, right, an 8-episode Doctor Who. What would they call it? Doctor Who Infinity, which will be like animated Doctor Who, like and higher class animated than anything they make today. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. I look at things like Invincible, which I think is very, very good, but it doesn't hold up to like Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, which is like beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway. My point is, it would be great to get a bit more of Capaldi. But yeah, no, wouldn't it be great to if at the end of him they rebooted, right, and they just move forward, That's what I would be doing, right? That and echoes from other universes. It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter because you can still put old doctors on. It's only sci-fi knows worry about these things. It's easy enough to write. You saw how Russell nearly wrote things away in a line, right? And he's just big in supporting the Chibnall era and legitimizing it. Why? I love a bit of Capaldi. Oh, I love a bit of Capaldi. Okay, so should we do this? Should we do this? We'll do this first, right? I know nothing about UFC. Absolutely not. Ultimate Fighting Championships, I guess. I know nothing about it, right? But I want to get into it. This is off the charts awesome, right? So they got this UFC fighter, and he gives he goes to Canada to do a fight, and he gives this press conference, which is the what's not anti-war, it's the most base thing I've ever seen in my life. Guy called what's the name? Sean Strickland, right? This is crazy. Check this out.
Welcome. Glad to hear. It's been great.
I mean, like he is. This is the opposite of like the woke sports people taking a knee.
You're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, you got like. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now, but man.
I mean, like, this guy's on the freaking charts. I love this guy, right? I got to check out UFC.
And says he's not going to say, like, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
hey.
Sean, I'm glad you had great experience.
Okay, and this is him being warm and fluffy.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure. Right. That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said if I had a gay son, I would think I'd.
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone says.
Let me ask you something. Are you?
Again, why can't politicians be like this?
Are you gay?
Have you had the chance?
No. Are you?
Again. What? Wouldn't that be great, if they're like asking about LGBTQ rights and, Biden says, look, are you gay? I would vote for that guy. Man. Speaking of politics in movies and politics in the UK, like, can anybody just shout to get into the empty heads of the Tories that they're going to lose epically and it's all their fault? Their only hope is getting Nigel Farage to lead them, right? And letting the Reform Party completely take them over, right? That's literally their only hope. They do that, they'll win. If Labour does that, they'll win, right? Whoever looks the most normal, who has the most normal ideas, who says everything's going on is fucked up and doesn't sound like they're completely full of shit, they're going to win. No one's going to do that. Right? No, I mean Farage will do that, but like nobody else will do that. Lawrence Fox will do that.
Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the. Fucking...
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize they beeped out all this swearing on this. It's so much better with the swearing. You're a weak fucking man too. Okay.
Problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, when he sees the bank accounts, like you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that? Go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
Oh fuck me. More of this. More, yes. I would rather take the rudeness if it means getting the honesty. Oh, more of this. I gotta check out UFC.
That doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. This
guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light.
Again, I love it that this guy who could break me in half with one hand says, "Here's the thing about Bud Light. I'm going to listen."
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you.
I have to say, obviously, Mr. Strickland's views does not reflect that of this channel's. Even if the sole proprietor of the channel happens to completely agree with him in every way, shape, or form. But obviously, YouTube, if you say this is naughty warty and he's talking crazy talk, well, obviously he is then. Right? You're in charge, YouTube. You're in charge, baby.
And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking
world isn't buying it, mate. That is true. That's what it looks like it's going down with Trump. It looks like there's just going to be a tidal wave, a tsunami, right? I think he could even win California at this point, right? Even not on the ballot. I know. And I guess their only other option then is to launch a third candidate to make sure nobody gets to 270.
Bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference.
See, that seemed to me to be like a normal thing, right? That you wouldn't be taught about that in school, right? You would not be taught about that in school.
Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there, asking these stupid fucking questions.
Please go into politics, Mr. Strickland. Please go into politics. The world would be a better place.
Sorry, I told the UFC guys to be nicer. Lance, am I still good with this? Did I cross any lines?
Did I cross any lines? Not for UFC, apparently.
A little. What the fuck? I didn't say the F word.
You constantly said the F word.
Just brought this fucking guy in here to piss me off.
You just did, but just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
Right there, you did.
Different F word. Yeah. I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be good. I like the fucking gays. Here's the thing. I like
the fucking gays. Oh man! Please make a T-shirt out of that.
You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay woman? I like the gays. It's fucking freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have fucking freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying is probably gonna get the fucking Canadian government to arrest me. So I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life. But
totally agree with him. 100%.
Don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fucking brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go up past all this shit and brainwash people, you fucking cuck.
I would say quite reasonable sentiments, right? Quite reasonable sentiment. So, again, normally in sports, doesn't really go down that well, right? Everything's very corporate, meaning very woke, very left-wing. And so his boss got asked about him and said, how'd you let your people, flying the UFC flag, speak this way? And what's his name? Dana White. He destroys this guy.
I want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with a UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Yeah, man. I love it when you nuke the premise of a reporter's question, which is the best way to wipe them out.
Like free speech. Control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people. I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question.
First he destroyed them and said, what's your question? Oh, man.
What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks or what he says or what his beliefs are or what his opinions are. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What do you got?
Man. Okay. No idea. No idea what MMA is or what UFC is. Go check it out. Okay? If the people who make it have that much balls, it's worth looking into, don't you think? Still, I'm from the days of Big Daddy, which actually was my name in rabbinical seminary, right? People call me Big Daddy. They really would call me Big Daddy. Because I was in charge of everything. I was in charge. Okay, my rabbinical seminary days. I was very personal, which yeah might surprise you. So I had it. What was my first job? I can't remember what my first job was. Oh no, my first job was running the kitchen, right? So I would always make sure, the rabbis, the staff, I went over and got them all seconds or better, because you had, good chicken, I would offer them seconds or everything first. And then my friends, and then I would call seconds. And everyone's like, calm down. I also, I was so I parlayed that into the managing the housing, and that was like ultimate power in my rabbinic ceremony. Yes. And I was described by the rabbi in charge as like, your style of government is like, because I went away for 6 months and somebody else took over for me, and he's like, yeah, look, he had a very different style of government. People was like, that's the law, man, that's the law. He's like, people liked you better because like, Lebetkin, I can work with him, I'll take him for a shawarma, or we'll work things out. And they're right. Millie, darling, you look lovely. This new one is not as good as you at all. I'm sorry. They really kicked themselves in the balls on this one. Oh my god, they've really kicked themselves in the balls. I hear Star Trek is casting most logical, and I don't know about you, but I'm thinking a bit of Ponfar coming on. Ponfar coming on. Love seeing a bit of spinning image Spock, right? Spinning image Spock is the best Spock. On the TOS bridge, none of it makes sense. Literally none of it makes sense. Although this was fascinating. Let me show you the AI generator when I asked it to come up with what was it I put in the guide? I asked it to make Star Trek, yeah, in a sexy Star Trek cosplay or sexy Star Trek outfit. So I got here a foot. Is this? No, that's the wrong Millie Gibson. 1 second. Where is it? Man, I got too many of these now. Where is it? Here. I was in the wrong folder. Here we go. Doink. So yes, so it's very interesting, like seeing it work out, like AI, how to make its own Star Trek style outfit. It's more on the background, really, right? It's see, the trouble is also I don't like it when the hair's over that eyebrow. Because it's really good to shave out that little bit, right? Because it really makes it look a lot more like her, right? So I think I flipped the image, which obviously not to work. I like this Star Trek. This is more like the cover of a 1970s Star Trek book. That works. And this is more of a 1970s Conan book, right? Can't argue there. Again, they're covering over her eyebrow. I think, this the trouble is if you flip the image, then you've got to flip the delta, which is a real pain in the ass, right? Way too much work. Yeah, so I think this is the one I used, isn't it? No, it can't be. It can't be because unless did I flip her head? No, this is not the one I used. This is not the one I used. Oh yeah, so this is the one I used. I ended up. I flipped the image. I think, yeah, because the delta was symmetrical. Let me have a look. Yeah, no, the delta was symmetrical, but I replaced it with the real delta, right? Well, yeah, like again, it's mainly the background, right? This was nearly the one I used, right? This one's really perfect. I really should have gone for this. I feel like, yeah, I think this was better. It's also more Star Trek-y. So if I use this one here, I think that would have been better. Here, maybe so let me see if I can make that change in Photoshop right now. What's that noise? Oh, fine. It's just and it's like high pitched buzzing sound. Like, what the hell is that? And it's I think my son drilling, somebody drilling, right? Or either drilling or using a what's it called again? A blender, like a juicer. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Here, I will take you inside the magic. Here we go. Doink. I'll show. I'll give you a quick tour of Photoshop of how this works. Share screen. Doink. Zoom in a little bit. Now, okay, used to be in the old days, you have to spend forever cutting this picture out. But now you just grab this AI tool. Doink! It does it for you. Look at that. It's just crazy. So what that first thing you do, I copy and paste that. Then I see if anything gets missed out. And I can see she's losing a bit of hair over here. So yeah, you sometimes you'll need to go in and do a little bit of a touch up. Bit of a touch up, sir. Hang on. Where is it? Yeah, it's. Hang on. So basically, it's this. Hang on, I've got the wrong thing. Fine, from there. Okay, so it's about from here. To here. So I'm grabbing this area from the layer below, copying and pasting. Let's see how that comes out. There you go. Look at that. Okay, fine. So now I got that layer together. How's this? Let me just check out how this is coming out. Oh, this is working fine. So then I go over here and say merge down and go copy. Oh, you stay there, Millie. Although see, that's the thing. Let me see if I flip the image, what does it look like? Because then I really like it being able to airbrush out the flip horizontal that bit of her eyebrow. Does it still look like her? Okay, that actually works. Fine. So fine. Let's Millie Gibson her eyebrow up. So we choose the color. Get the little airbrush tool. Ooh, here we go. This is really Millie Gibson Photoshop School. Thank you, Millie. You're doing great, darling. You're doing great. Yeah, fantastic. Let me just blur that a teeny tiny bit. Makes it better. Oh yeah, actually, I don't know, but here's the thing. She looks more like Millie Gibson there than she does here. It's hard to tell, baby. It's hard to tell. You can tell me. So fine. So let's pop out that figure. Yeah, fine. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it clearer. Let me pop out that figure. Doink. Edit. Paste. No, I take it back. This was the right one. I totally got this wrong. Hang on. Zoom. Yeah. Oh, one sec. So this got, but see the colors are slightly off. Stands out a bit too much. So this has got to go over here. There you go. Add a bit of a glow to it. Too much. Soften that. So I don't know. What do you think was better? It's a hard call, right? It's although you're missing Spock's. What do you want? What's more important? Spock's. Well, Spock we can move over a bit this way. So I want to get his live long and prosper. I mean that. Here we go. Doink. Oh, well, there you go. That works. That works. Fine. you the audience decide. Right? What one do you think was better? Yeah, we'll save that. I mean, I don't know why, but I don't know. I think the Star Trek outfit is a bit more authentic on that one, right? I think it's a bit more authentic. Anyway, I digress. That really was a crazy tangent, right? That was a crazy tangent, which I didn't mean to go on. Whoopsie. Anyway, with that, let's get to the chat. Where are we up to? Doctor Who Chaos in Cardiff. Yes, that's what it sounds like. This sounds like we're just watching them pick up the pieces, right, from blowing up the production, right? And I think Millie Gibson is taking the blame for the poor performance that they deny it's having. Okay, fine. That's my guess. Star Trek Legacy. Holy crap! This is actually happening. Apparently so. Like I heard the Star Trek channel report it today that it's very much underway. But I don't know. I think people say the exact opposite. The Avengers re-kinky boots. Can I get to this story eventually? Right? It's insane. Why can't we get a Japanese companion? I guess you could. Says here to starters. Actually, that's not a bad idea because given the popularity of manga now, right? We just replace comic books or replace American comic books. Probably will be a good idea. I don't know. I mean, honestly, again, I think this is just a weird reboot of Doctor Who, right? I mean, again, that's really the way I'm looking at it. This is just a weird reboot. It's in the same way I don't think Star Trek Strange New Worlds is in the same universe as Star Trek the original series. But I like it riffs off it, right? I like that too. Lonnie is here. Yeah, Milligate. Yes. I had this conversation with some show about the Joe Martin figure. They argue back constantly. Who's buying that? We're going to look at the video of it. Like, who's buying? Come on! Surely they would have made more money with a Sash to One Master, right? If you want to do something like that, I mean, like who's buying that? It looks like a great figure, but who's buying that? I don't know. It seems like probably a stipulation by the BBC that they got to produce all all the Doctors, something like that. I bet that's a stipulation. Because who's buying that? Really? I mean, I guess that's why they're selling it with the TARDIS, because it's to up their profit margin. Who's buying that? People's aunts, right? Who know? Oh, you like Doctor Who? I got you this for Christmas. Thank you. My wife was told Asians are Caucasian. Really? And so they have to be sidelined like the white folk. Well, there you go. I'm sorry about that. As Semitic folk from Israel, I might have paraphrased that a little. Well, I think you're right. Karney is here because the Japanese still seem to be resisting the woke parasite. Yeah, they're very good at that, actually. Good for them. Darren M is here, mate. Wait. Did I already say Darren M? I think I said it. I don't know. No, I didn't. Wow, okay. Darren M is here. How you doing, Darren M? I guess the diversity doctor it has to have a diversity companion, and the Decker is the only whites allowed. Well, they'll get rid of that soon enough. I think this is heading for disaster, right? I really do. I think they're pitting everything on Shooty, and I don't know. Listen, the script, Shooty, I think he and Millie together held up a mediocre script for Christmas, and I really do. I mean, I thought it was kind of fun as well in a lot of places, but I thought they held up a mediocre. I just don't see Shooty doing on his own, right? I don't see Shooty doing on his own. Sean is there. Repeat yourself. How are you doing, Sean? Thank you for joining us. Is there any place you can have breakfast at home, drive to the war, and come home at night? Well, there you go. That's basically how it works. It's true. It's a small country. Ezra Goldstein is here. Ezra, I'm gonna take a guess. You might be a member of the tribe, right? You might be a member of the tribe. You might be a bit Jewy like me, right? And so it's very funny, by the way. My niece had a baby, her first kid. And it's my wife's brother's daughter, right? Now he is super Jewy, put in like the reform world, right? The secular reform world. He was a president of his synagogue, and so my wife was saying, "What's your grandfather name going to be?" Right? Is it granddad? What people are going to call you? He's going for Zadie, which is a very traditional Jewish name. Everybody wants to be a Zadie, baby. Everybody wants to be a Zadie. Jonathan Cox is here. Doing Jonathan Cox. Thanks for asking. As an Andy Dwelly. Man, that hand avatar always makes me think of the Tomorrow People. Oh man, why can't Big Finish get the rights for that back and release that season they never released? That would be awesome, right? That would be absolutely awesome. Fan Dabby Double Dozy. So Rangers here. He says, "Review yourself. I am the least qualified to take the piss out of anyone's accents, but Jodie Whittaker isn't it?" Well, I mean, listen, it was comedy gold. Right? Really? Yeah. Obviously, you're going to take the piss out of our accent. If a Muslim would identify themselves and fight an open out, they'll be over by Wednesday, right? Terminus was last night's Doctor Who. Say you want to know about the old show with the EFX, especially, but they're a hell lot more enjoyable than last night. See, okay, for Terminus, I would absolutely digitally paint out the what's it called again? Not the Morn, not the Gorn. What the hell was that called? Was it the Gorn? Doctor Who Terminus. Now, he should be in the Garm. Oh, the Garm. Okay, I would completely digitally paint out the Garm and do a complete CGI Garm, and it would be so much better. The story really will be so much better. Who are we going to see? Tzvi Lebetkin. It says, Colin Archer, do you know the joke about the guy caught in a flood? Not that one who keeps refusing. Yes, right. Yeah. So the old joke is a man. There's a flood happening. He goes up to his roof and he prays, "God, please rescue me!" Right, and just then, right, a boat comes along, says, "Hi, coming in." And so and they said, "No, God's going to rescue me." Okay, off goes it. And then the floodwater climbs up, and then a raft goes by, right? He's praying, and raft goes by. Oh, come on, quick, we'll rescue. No, God's going to rescue me, right? God's going to rescue me. Then, the floodwater keeps flying up, and suddenly a helicopter flies down. Quick, get in! You've only got moments to live. Says, no, God's going to rescue me, and then he drowns, right? And so he says, what the hell, God? He says, look, I sent you a boat, I sent you a helicopter, I sent you a raft. Lonnie says he watched Rebel Moon last night. It was slow, but no more than Battle Beyond the Stars. Yes, Battle Beyond the Stars is what Rebel Moon is. I agree with you. And I like Battle Beyond the Stars, so I'm okay with it. Look at the floor. Is that a set? Oh, I hope not. That would just be embarrassing. That would Peter about your draw stream. Yeah, Matthew J is here. Hey, Matthew J. Sorry, but I can't escape. Can you tell what it is yet? Escape the phrase. Can you tell what it is? Yes, I can. And this is not going to work out well in the future. The scene of Peter drawing Tom. If it was by Jody, you might recognize this icky person as the Doctor, but he's overrated as I'm the bestest ever. As everybody has to agree. That's true, right? That's true. Motiverse Doctor makes nothing special. I agree with you. That's why, again, my idea was, instead of having Motiverse that you can travel between them, no, a complete end of one universe, and Doctor's sacrificing themselves to do that, and a complete rebirth of the universe, right? Motiverse Doctor is boring. I agree with you. I think Rusty Davis agrees with you as well, which is why his stupid bi-generation thing is something that he wanted to help me explain older Doctors running around, right? Conrad said fans deserved a good party, but the BBC certainly didn't. You are right. PD Rich is here. How you doing, PD Rich? Doesn't have a big old talon-like hands or fingernails. Excuse me. I don't know. Does who? I don't know. Where are we up to? Fine. Hit the like button for Peter during Tom Baker. Well, I think that just sounds right. Sean Strickland for the win. How bad we love Sean Strickland. That guy is crazy. Reform refuses to join them and stick with Reform. Listen, if Reform can get a massive infusion of cash, they will easily win. If they're in every bus stop, right? If they're in every place, if every talk, commercials everywhere, right? And everybody knows they're like, they become ubiquitous, right? Then they will win, right? Jonathan Cox likes Sean Strickland. We all do. Baystar says lazy Tom. Lazy Tom. I'm sure you're not that lazy, baby. He fucking meant to that, says PD Rich, right? I love it. Colonel Godwin's here. Great who the hell are you moment. 8-bit Snick Boy is here. How you doing, 8-bit Snick Boy? I think M&A is where Gina Carano came from. I gotta check it out. Okay, I gotta check it out. I have no knowledge of this, and I have a lot of respect for them already, right? I mean, it's the only sporting. I mean, how sporting is wrestling, right? Why is AI obsessed with fake boobs? Oh no, that's me, darling. I'm feeding it in, right? I'm feeding it in. She cried. Above 2 minutes, Emperor's calling the Rabbi Big Daddy. Well, there you go. That was my how I was known in rabbinical ceremony. Big Daddy. Come out, because I was the guy who was sorting anything out, right? I was the Arthur Daly or rabbinical ceremony. I really was. Oh, you don't know what Arthur Daly is. You're not missing out. At Tzvi Lebetkin, I'm dremeling at the moment, but how the fuck can you hear that in Israel? I don't know. Oh no, it's a serious dremel, baby. Serious dremel. Maybe the sound is coming from the secret. Well, they were tunneling in Samaria, which is where I live. Really? The secret Jew tunnels. No, that's only in Crown Heights. Whatever happened with that? Right? Whatever happened with that? Yeah, sure. I wear a blender. Rabbi is a new Tony Hart. Oh man, I used to like Tony Hart. I love both, but I like Tony Hart. I mean, like he was gay, right? One second. I always assumed Tony Hart was gay. Let's find out. Is Tony Hart gay? He's gotta be. No! Holy shit! He was married? Holy shit! Oh my! I'm amazed. Right? I'm genuinely amazed. Well, let's take his wife's name. I'll say, officer in the Gurkhas. Oh, good for him. Morph, early life, military service, career, personal life. Okay, so he's met with Gene Skingle working. They married in 1953. They were married for 50 years until she died in 2003. They had a daughter, Caroline, and 2 grandchildren. Wow. On the 28th of December 2006, it was announced during the reunion program. It started with Swap Shop that Hart was in poor health, though it was not elaborated until the interview in the Times published in 30th of 2008, revealing that he had 2 strokes, had robbed him of the use of his hands. Oh, man! He was unable to draw. He described the greatest cross I have to bear. Oh, so sad. Hart died peacefully in January 18, 2009, age 83. Wow, I did not know that. I just assumed he was gay. I'm amazed he's not gay. I'm in shock, right? People I had no idea was gay, like Jeremy Brett and Simon Callow. And I just assumed he was gay. I was wrong. Okay. The anti-Jews claims that they are shape-shifting Jews. Okay. I went to the source of that this fiction. I don't know. People say weird things about Jews. I mean, they really do, right? The mini Photoshop we probably cut out for them. We didn't know it won't. Oh, maybe it will. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. If that was Millie in Cutsman Check, I'll watch it with the sound off. Well, exactly. But they'll probably put her in a burqa, right? Star Trek Legacy was a video game, and it had a better story than we've had since Discovery. Well, I got nothing but praise for Terry McAuliffe, right? So yeah, no, that whole so apparently, right? They were looking for a streaming partner for it, and they've got Amazon. Right, Amazon will be the streaming partner for Star Trek Legacy. Star Trek Legacy is, of course, the Star Trek series that's a sequel to Picard season 3. Right, Picard season 3, the season where they finally got Star Trek right after all these fucking years, right? Years and years and years, right? So you have, so introduce like Picard's son and like basically a whole new legacy of crew. And there's a new Enterprise, and they sail off at the end. And I like Picard's son a lot, so I like that it's in the universe. So that's good. They want Terry McAuliffe to show run it. I had heard he was contracted to Disney, but only apparently to do Witch Mountain, and I think he's a great casting for that. I like to redo Witch Mountain, but so they want him to do it, but they also want to do a Picard movie, which I think is a terrible idea. Like, I really do. I say we've seen the end of the next gen era, right? It's so time to move forward. Give up on the past. That's the thing. The reason they don't give up on the past is because they know it's got, like, the more they can connect to it, the more they can legitimately be Star Trek or Doctor Who or Star Wars without having it to be like Star Wars, Doctor Who or Star Wars, right? But just move forward, right? Generally move forward, and that honestly, I mean the specials, the 60th anniversary specials, where they were anything but they were also backward looking, right? Weirdly so. Anyway, what was that? I'll do the chat. There's a whole bunch of stuff I need to get to. Always, late as always. Here we go. BBC hasn't announced. Haven't they announced it yet? I mean, look. I mean, the giveaway thing about it, and we'll talk about this later, is they're doing a whole standalone episode to wrap up her arc, right? Critical Drinker dropped a video yesterday about why multiverses are part of what's wrong with modern films. Yeah, one time, right? One bloody time. Spider-Man. But move on. right? It's too much now. Yeah, it is genuinely too much. How you doing? 8-bit Snick Boy said I do. Problem being, okay, I found out something incredible today, right? So my original Twitter account at Biblical Comics got suspended, right? Weirdly enough, right? Because there was a guy who attacked the Just Stop Oil people. And I said, I've only had a baseball bat. You could have taken a few more out. Or something. I can't even remember what it was, right? So no, they permanently banned my account. So then I saw John Snares or Josh Snares, whatever his name is, Snares. He said he appealed it again because his account was also suspended. So he appealed it again, and they said, okay, fine, just delete the tweet you call. So I did that, and the exact same thing happened. So I got my old account back. I saw you also ran afoul of the twats. Reappeal. I mean, Elon Musk, right? He's constantly jiggering and poking, trying to get the woke out the system. Probably impossible, but so yeah, please do try that, because I'm like, I know you use Instagram more anyway, but I'm never on bloody Instagram, right? Never on Instagram. Tzvi Lebetkin, watch Doctor Who and the Slaughter's Love. Now that's great. Again, I would CGI a good dinosaur in there, right? Really felt like a story about Israel-Palestine with the Jews as the lizard people wants to. Oh, interesting. Man, that's a really good analogy, right? Josh Nair, thank you. That's a really good analogy. I made it a little bigger. They still weren't overturned. Bloody hell. But I was amazed they gave me my account back, even though it's kind of useless to me now. I'm not watching Doctor Who anymore. Shooting Cat was horrible as a doctor. A lot of people agree with you, mate. A lot of people agree with you. For me, the whole Russell Davies era to RTD2 era has sucked, apart from the moment when Shooty appears running over the rooftops of the Christmas special till like the end of that episode. Like for that half hour, I was like, oh, well, this is pretty good, right? This is pretty good. I'll enjoy. So again, but I view it as a weird reboot, right? Not as a real Doctor Who. Speaking of not real Doctor Who, let's look at this. And it, like, I don't understand, right? I do not understand whatsoever what is going on here. Well, obviously, it's a Doctor Who logo.
Hi there, Aljo.
So, yeah, Alduar, character options, creator, director. This has to be an edict of the BBC to keep the license, right? Because who's going to want to buy this shit?
You're a creative director for Character Options, and I'm here today to introduce you to our new online exclusive Doctor Who set. But there is somebody who's actually far better placed to introduce this set, so I'm very briefly going to hand over to them.
Hello, I'm Jo Martin, and I am the Fugitive Doctor. I know, it still sounds weird when I say it.
Same to all of us, darling. And honestly, Joe, nothing against you, right? Nothing against you. That costume just didn't work for you whatsoever. And I just, look, this just seems like a desperate attempt to legitimize really shit Doctor Who. This just seems a weird amount of trouble to go to.
And I've just been handed this box with a version of me. This is the Fugitive Doctor doll. I'm an official
doll. Fuck me. Again, it's Doctor Who made for and by people who have no clue about Doctor Who whatsoever. And they're like, well, why is nobody watching it? It's weird.
It's official. No one can ever take this from me. This is amazing.
Yes, they can.
Amazing. Look at the detail on this, and I haven't even opened the box yet. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Look at this packaging.
Again, a Saturday One Master has to be able to sell better. But I guess they're amortizing cost out with the TARDIS.
And I've got the TARDIS in there as well, and it looks like my TARDIS. I think it's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is your turn. Why would they give you Patrick fucking Troughton's TARDIS, you daft bat? Because, this matters to... Oh, fuck me. Oh!
Amazing work.
So, thank you, The Fugitive Doctor, for that introduction to our new set, which is, of course...
this does feel a bit like a Hamas hostage video thing going on.
The Fugitive Doctor and...
Hold up. That TARDIS, I say that TARDIS set is better than Shooting Outwards, right? The new one. That one I really genuinely prefer.
TARDIS set. This is a set that has been a very long time coming. We've actually had it sneakily on the cards for probably about a year, but for...
Man, that's not long. I mean, look, they forgot about the Fugitive Doctor on the TV show.
For various reasons, things kept getting delayed, but we
kept begging them, don't make us do it!
Thankfully, can finally reveal it.
God, he seems excited.
The set comes in this brand new style of packaging, which has a completely different style guide on it. It has windows on 3 sides.
Man. Yeah, this is reasonably dull. Okay, yeah, we understand it's got windows on 3 sides. No one's buying this shit.
As you can see, and it's got a very nice little chamfer off the top. Then on the back, down here, we have our usual text telling you details about the
Fugitive Doctor. Nobody gives a shit about it. It's not real. Fuck off.
Appeared in. But as you can...
They should call this the Diversity Doctor. That's who this is. This is the Diversity Doctor. What does Ian call it? The Street Doctor? The Council Estate Doctor. Diversity Doctor.
You can see the pack itself is absolutely stunning. It's fabulous looking.
It's wonderful. I understand it's of a shit character that you all hate, but buy it anyway. The BBC made us.
I always say this whenever I do a reveal, but it's probably the nicest one we've ever done. But it really is, honestly, probably the nicest one we've ever done. And if we get into...
And we just wasted all on this cack.
To the product in a little bit more detail, I'm going to move this one just to the side very briefly. And then we can get onto some of the content detail. So, it is the Fugitive Doctor with her TARDIS. The Fugitive Doctor...
Yeah, again, you see, this is everything fucking wrong with science fiction. In the woke era, it's a big black woman with a gun, like every other. Fuck off.
Herself is an absolutely fabulous figure. The paint details are incredible. She comes with her heavy blaster, which fits in her hand. Very nice.
A bit of luck, bit of luck.
Well, I would do if I didn't knock it out. It does fit in her hand. But we'll go into the figure details first. 3/4 length coat. She has her beautifully detailed shirt collar and cuffs, black boots.
Yeah. Again, who's buying this? How much is
the dark grey leggings and the waistcoat? And then the head sculpt is absolutely wonderful. It's one of the best head sculpts we've ever done.
I mean, fair dues, it really is. It's an excellently crafted, 100%. But why?
Primarily because Joe Martin, who plays the character, very kindly did a scan with us. And there is a little bit of an added extra that you can watch in a separate video that was taken on the day when we did that.
This thing's more like his suicide note. Cheer up, mate.
But the sculpt of the face itself is absolutely brilliant. She's got really nice hair detailing. And again, we've used, just to get the extra detail.
So they probably spent about 15 to 20 grand on this set, right? There's no way they're breaking even on it. I think they're going to take a 10 grand loss.
Detail in there, rather than throw paint on this, we've gone and we've used the technique of basically molding in the base color plastic and then painting the details on the top. and it gives a significant difference to the level of detail that you can get. I did hear some stuff online about it being a cost-saving measure. It absolutely isn't. It's purely and simply because it gives a much, much better level of detail. And
oh man, okay, I'm only halfway through. Come on, mate, come on.
On this particular figure, it's astounding. As I said, she comes with her blaster.
Yeah, that one of the reasons I hate it.
That's her there. So if we move on to the TARDIS, this has been completely revamped for the Fugitive Doctor. Basically, it is a
How'd they change it? I didn't even notice they've changed.
Completely new bespoke color. We have windows.
You're saying you got a new blue? Who gives a shit?
Which are rear sprayed with white to give the look of the TARDIS windows from the Fugitive of the Jadoon episode. The eagle-eyed amongst you will also note that the roof is completely different. The original.
I did notice that the lamp is different, right? But who gives a shit?
The second Doctor TARDIS that we've been doing for many years has a much flatter roof, which, although correct for some stories, isn't correct for this story. This TARDIS actually has a slightly angled, gabled roof line. So we've changed the roof completely. It's got added in details. We've got a new lamp, and we have the lovely little undercut between the corner posts of the TARDIS as well. So it's a fantastic.
Holy crap! This is. How much they want for this?
Fantastic TARDIS. Usual deal. Opening doors, and the spring-loaded left door.
Well,
and then
do they at least have a picture of a console in there?
There is an added little Easter egg in this set that we put in, which you can choose to do or you can leave out. When you open the packaging, my only advice would be very careful. The reason being, included in the pack, behind the TARDIS itself, is this. So this is basically a card insert printed onto the interior fitment that you can basically press out and fold. I would advise you to cut it out if you can. There are dotted lines on it. It's very easy to...
What does it look like once you bloody do it?
Once you've carefully chopped this internal piece out of the backing card, as I say, be careful when you're unpacking the TARDIS. Do it very carefully. And when you've chopped around the perforated lines, you can push it out, but you get a much tidier effect if you...
Yeah, you said that! You said that! We know! Oh my God!
You will be left with this. And it has 2 score lines on the
Oh, I wonder what you do with the 2 score lines. Do you take a shit on them?
Back, and I'll just show you how this is going to work. So if I move this slightly to one side.
You've got to be shitting me.
So basically, very carefully...
Yes, you fold it.
Hold the
me, you boring cunt.
thing that looks a little bit like that. So that's what you're looking at. And then it will just pop down into position.
Okay, can we just see it
and then? When you return it to the upright, you will have...
that was a lot of work over nothing, wasn't it?
Is she going to stand up? She is going to stand up. You will have a beautiful...
Yeah, unlike the cells of this piece of shit.
One of the best we've ever done. The TARDIS, also astounding. I love the white windows. I love the fact that we've got the little interior detail on this one that you can add or leave. It's up to you. And it only leaves me to say thank you again for tuning in, and thank you again for supporting the line, and I will see you soon. Thanks again.
Yeah, man, that is remarkably dull, right? I'm trying to look at how much that costs. Yeah, how much am I not spending on that? But that being said, here the shooty figures, or the next batch. Now, what really kills me is this: that firstly, the shooty and the Millie figures are extraordinarily detailed. Right, I'm hoping I like it enough that I'm going to want to buy a shooty figure. Right, I really am. I genuinely am. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to find character options. Where is it? Come on. Did anybody send it to me? Maybe somebody sent it to me. Hang on. Is it there? Oh, what's this? Politicals revealed, spoken to character options at Toy UK, that the Ruby Sunday figure may possibly not make it to production. Oh, that is sad. Oh, here I found character options. That's really sad. So they're saying their website's down. Yeah, let's have a look. Cool. Oh, fine. Let's see how much this is. £40. Fuck me. Yeah, no one's buying that. Right? Oh, so that's really tragic that this Millie figure might not go into production. She got so fucked over. I am sorry. Yeah, look, I mean, they couldn't blame Shooty. He's black and gay. They can't blame Russell Davis. He's gay. You know, they couldn't. It has to be Millie. But that's really what looks there. Now, if the Star Beast wasn't shit, I'll be all over buying this Wraith Warrior because it's just like the Star Beast, the comic book. But like, no way, mate. Right? No way. Eighth Doctor and TARDIS, not this, says David Mullen. You're absolutely right. Right? It's so bizarre. It's got the only thing that makes sense to me is it's some kind of contractual obligation, right? That's literally the only thing that makes any form of sense, right? That to keep the license, they have to do it. Just Bizarroville, right? It is Bizarroville. Fine. Let's have a look. Okay, let's go over some Doctor Who news. Share screen. So this is doing the rounds now, this story. Doctor Who star betrayed by A-list actress who accused him of copying a film. Right, yeah. So the former Doctor Who star, 59, is currently starring in eerie thriller True Detective Season 4 opposite childhood crush Jodie Foster, which inspired him in a truly horrifying mystery. Which was inspired by a truly horrifying mystery. Together, they play two friends with benefits, so to speak. But Christopher praised the True Detective intimacy coordinator for helping him feel protected during sex scenes, unlike in his previous job. What was his previous job? I wonder. I did a sex scene with an A-list actress, not Nicole Kidman, who was brilliant, but she implied, not in front of the crew, I was copying a film. She didn't like me. What? I wonder who this is. He told The Independent. The actor admittedly thankful that the incident happened before the Harvey Weinstein came to life, but the accusation could have been career ending. I agree with you. I never felt more betrayed by a fellow actor. Oh, this is old news though. Let's look up his filmography. IMDb. Christopher Eccles. There you go. To actor. What's he got coming up, I wonder? Young Woman and the Sea. No, I'm fine with that. Fine. Let's go back. He was in Danger Mouse. Who did he play in Danger Mouse? He played. He did. How many episodes? Oh no, only one episode. Okay, so he said it wasn't. What's the name? The woman from The Others. Okay, just see if I recognize any. Oh, could be any of them, really, couldn't it? Yeah. Who was in 28 Days Later? Heroes. Could be somebody in Heroes. I don't know. It could be any of these people, any of these movies. Yeah, who knows, right? The bottom line, who knows? Man, that's really Doctor Who stars alleged abuse on power of actress over sex scene. So do they it's coming back? Vehemently denying Chris Eccles referred to the allegations against him as an abuse of power Although that, saying that though, time has passed, the wound is still fresh for him. Oh, I hear that, right? I hear that. They've been pairing up with in big things, been pairing up with A-list actresses. Eccleston. No, the victim wasn't Nicole Kidman. Fine. Is there any intimacy coordinator? Is there anybody? Do they suggest anyone? No, they don't. They don't. They have no idea, right? They have no idea. Oh yes, this came out as well. Tom Baker has more photos. He brought out for his birthday. I look, I like this, but he just looks so old here. Really, it's like these. I mean, I'm happy that he's still around, but he looks like, you know, a living corpse now in these pictures. And you know, I still love him on audio, but like, he just looks very old, right? He looks very old and very, very frail, right? So let's talk about the Millie Gibson thing. We'll look a bit at the fallout. Millie Gibson mystery deepens with recent reporting. The rumors and rumblings surrounding. Oh, this is from 3 days ago. Oh no, it's how long ago now? Surrounding how long Millie Gibson will be a companion on Doctor Who got louder with a recent report. Fine, look, we've been through this story a million times, right? Mirror data earlier today, Gibson was reporting only departing the show after Gatwa's first 2 series, but will apparently only appear in 3 of her final 8 episodes, with one expected to wrap up the Ruby Sunday plotline. That speaks of it not being planned, right? That speaks of it being chaos in Cardiff, right? They're trying to rearrange things quickly, right? Does not speak well of it at all. In addition, the report alleges that Gibson will not appear in the Christmas special, with a guest companion expected to join Gatwa, but the Doctor won't be without a companion for long with the actor. So again, you know, I just don't think anybody's around with you long enough to build up a connection, I'm afraid. This is really just a terrible idea. Because actors Varada Sithu from Andor reportedly is joining Gatwa for future Avengers. Just to be clear, none of this has been officially confirmed. In fact, we're only covering it because it fits with the fits in line with the vibes. Doctor Who coming from Gibson's interview. No, this is 100% confirmed, right? This is. She's already said she's not coming back, right? How are you saying this isn't confirmed? That is crazy. And also, we have a bunch of production stills with them together. Yeah, this is Shooty with Veranda Sithu. And I'm sorry, like, I don't know, I'm irritated with her already. You know, just because I like Millie Gibson, frankly. Yeah, let's look up on the twats. X.com. I'll look up the hashtag Doctor Who. Is it SR? Either SR, maybe. There you go. Okay, fine. There's a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it looks like it's a 1950s set, Miami. Oh, the Mirror has reporting in it. Yeah, you got plenty of pictures here. Let me see. There's a bunch of video as well. Is any video worth getting though? Right, be honest with you. Okay, we'll grab that one because it shows their chemistry. And second, doink. I have too many windows open. I can't find anything. That. Download. Save video as. We'll do shooty one. Shooty. Doink. There's that one we should look at. And then there's yeah, this is also a good one. Doink. So so I wonder if this new companion here. We'll look because it's obviously a period setting. I wonder if this new companion is from the 1950s. I mean, look, certainly looks good in 1950s dress, but you have to tell you, look, I just don't feel this doesn't feel like Doctor Who to me in any way, shape, or form. Right? Again, this is a slightly weird spin-off, right? I'm not spin-off, reboot, which is okay. Man, let's have a look 1 second. Doink. Share screen. Where is it? Where is it? I'm on the wrong thing. There you go. That's it. Share screen. Oh, share the wrong freaking thing. Really? Really? I thought, like, that looks familiar. That looks familiar. There you go. This must be the right thing. So a problem being is saying, here we go, another first, all non-white TARDIS theme. You know that's what's going through their head, right? You absolutely know that, right? So I don't know. This just doesn't look that great to me. Doctor Who's new companion Vereda Sethu spotted filming with shooting out after Millie Gibson exit. And look, while she's pretty, she's no Millie fucking Gibson. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Right, so that's on the. And I don't like him changing costume all the fucking time. Yeah, look, this is a very different animal, Doctor Who. Right, this is just. Is it something that I'm going to? I don't know. Again, I'm not viewing this as Doctor Who. Really, I'm not. Let's look at some the videos of it. Doink. Video file. Doink. I lived in Miami. It does kind of look like this. Okay, so they walk together nicely. Man, it's just such a shame because, like, when I started seeing footage of Millie, I was just really excited. Right, the whole thing just made me like really excited. Doink. There we go. Look, I'll wait and see what what they put on screen. I mean, that's I always try and be fair, right? So far, the Shooty Gatwa era hasn't done much to piss me off, right? It's done a lot to piss a lot of people off, not me, right? I think honestly, I don't think it did much to piss people off. I just think I think the Star Beast did, right? I think I think the Star Beast did. I think the Indian Isaac Newton pissed people off, right? But I don't think. And look, the biggest, the most offensive thing about the Shooting Gatwa episode, I think, was that they. I mean, he was clearly very gay, right? He was clearly very gay, and like the whole thing with the wedding ring. Or engagement ring, that just seems to be very very gay masturbatory fantasy. Like a snowman fell on him. Apparently being snowman is somebody coming in your face or something along those lines. Very good. Anyway, the Radio Times, they're like, what the fuck happened? Right? So they're trying to figure this out. Millie Gibson's future on Doctor Who is still very bright. She's not been axed or dropped. Quite the opposite. She has been both axed and dropped. What the fuck? How are you spinning this? Motions of understanding been high about Millie Gibson being replaced in Doctor Who. Have reports of being replaced have rolled in. First, let's get the facts right. It's been reported that Vereda Sethu has been cast as a companion for season 15. Great news. Millie Gibson has not been dropped or axed. Actually, the opposite. She's still in season 15. Yes, she was going to be in all of season 15, you dumb cunt. But she was dropped and axed. So therefore, she hasn't been dropped. They only cut her out of 5 episodes. What? That means she's been what? Oh my God! Let's get the facts straight. I'm a lying cunt. Yes, you are, darling. Yes, you are. It's definitely a strange situation. I have a brilliant new companion, Ruby Sunday. What was it? Has not been done. Actually, opposite true. Just in a smaller role, but I think this is actually incredibly exciting. Why? Why? Because they told you to say that? Yes. Do you think that? No. Then why do you say I think it's incredibly exciting? Because they told me to say that. Okay. It's definitely a strange situation to have only seen our brilliant new companion, Ruby Sunday, in one episode before it's revealed when and how she'll be stepping back, not down. There's a big difference. Oh, God. But it certainly doesn't have to be. I mean, who believes this shit? Really? Really? This is ridiculously unbelievable. But it certainly doesn't have to be a bad thing. In fact, it could be a huge storytelling opportunity and a big chance for Doctor Who to evolve its relationship with its companion. Fuck evolving it. How about doing it? Right? How about showing me you can do Doctor Who before you can evolve Doctor fucking Who? For goodness sake. Let's evolve it. No! Stop saying you're making it for the modern audience. Make it for the audience. Not the audience that you like. Don't make it 80% female and trans. But do it for, Rabbit, reflect society. Right? That means not everybody's female and trans. I know you want them to be. Right? I know you hate white men. I understand that. I get that. You've made that abundantly fucking clear you hate white men. I under-fucking-stand that. There's a lot we don't know for sure about Gibson's storyline Doctor Who, other than she was cut out of it and dropped. Axe dropped. But we do. That sounds pretty great to me. Presumably, with Gibson still appearing in season 15, we will see how Ruby Sunday's journey continues after her adventures with the Doctor. What a rare... No! It's not a rare fucking treat. Oh. It's not a rare treat. It's shit. Oh. It's like I don't see David Tennant still around as the Doctor. It's like, oh yes, we'll get to see and all the other Doctors. Hey, do you want to see old Colin Baker wobble around with Nicola Bryant? No, right? No, not really. They just look old. I'm sorry. As we have an intense and complicated relationship with Doctor Who companions, we as viewers have an intense and complicated relationship with Doctor Who as well. The Doctor, by invention, is an unknowable being. The companions are opposites for us, for their eyes and ears. They meet the Doctor and they take on. Hey, listen, that's why Ruby Sunday was very good. It's bigger on the inside. Yeah, blah blah blah. Oh, fuck off! Look how many. You paid by a fucking word, darling. Give it a rest. Right? Give it a rest. What's this? Ruby Sunday, Doctor Who exit creates 3 massive problems for season 14. Well, okay, let's hear them, right? Millie Gibson will leave after 1 season, and this creates over. What are your major problems? If reports, blah, blah, blah. Who wrote this? Craig, he's not so bad, right? Gibson. Modern Doctor Who's 1-scene companions are the ones everyone forgets. I don't think so. Donna was essentially a 1-season companion. Martha, I don't forget her. Bill Potts. Frankly, oh, fuck. Dan, yes, everyone wants to forget that. Right? But yeah, no. Why don't ones like Martha and Bill Potts or Dan Lewis, on the other hand, are regularly overlooked? Who gives a fuck? Okay, who gives a fuck? What? For fuck's sake! That's just dumb. Ruby Sunday is involved in several major Doctor Who mysteries. Yes, that's why they had to rewrite it and have her do a standalone episode. Yes, everything was based around it, and then Disney came along and said, your ratings weren't so good. You know, maybe if it was a little bit more diverse, people would have liked it better. How do you mean more diverse? We had Shooty Gatwa. And what was that? Oh, that's Millie Gibson. Wait a minute. That looks like an attractive straight white woman. We can't have that. Boys may end up masturbating over that, you filthy pervert. Really? Yes. We've been watching the Rabbi's channel. He finds it good masturbatory material. Well, look, it's only the Rabbi. We keep suppressing his channel. No word will get out. She will enter into the spank bank of people across the world. We must stop. We must have a lesser attractive companion. We must have, whatever her name is, see-through Narada. What the fuck? Took me long enough to learn Shooty fucking Gatwa's name. Can we have somebody called Reg fucking Smith? Right, Millie Gibson. That was good. I could say that. Oh. Millie Gibson, a short-stand Doctor Who may have been less problematic if Ruby Sunday was a run-of-the-mill companion during the Doctor on a whim. Thanks to a law-heavy festive debut, this is not the case. The Church of Ribeiro sets up Ruby with two sizable mysteries, her unknown parentage and her fourth wall-breaking neighbor, Mrs. Flood. If Ruby will be leaving Doctor Who before season 14, yeah, it seems like they got being wrapped up too quickly. Millie Gibson's Doctor Who exit wastes her potential with Shooter's 50. Yeah, it does. It 100% does. That we agree with, right? It absolutely does. Which is annoying, right? What are we up to? So, arguably the biggest problem with Gibson leaving is it's a huge waste of potential for such a promising debut. Yes, again with Church and Ruby Road, and everybody, most people watching this hated that, right? And I think she did a great job, right? I really do. While not exactly reinventing the wheel when it comes to Rusty Davis era companions, Gibson's Ruby was endearing, yes, funny, yes, and most important of all, had dynamite dynamic with Shooty Gut was 50. Yes, she did. That's all true. I mean, look, it's incredible. They keep talking about female representation. And one time you get a woman in, people they're like, oh, fuck that, no. No. We've got to be more diverse. Does that mean shit? Yes. It means shit. We should just have that. Again, if I was out of the world, I would change the word diversity to shit in any, government department, any department. It's the shittiness and inclusivity director. I think that's, yeah. I mean, then fuck, you just say shittiness director, right? We want to make it more shitty. With all due respect to the Singing Goblins, Gutwer and Gibson's amusing back and forth proves the most watchable element of the. I agree with you. The chemistry was unquestionably strong. Strong enough to last multiple seasons. Yeah, and it seemed like there was a 2-season arc there minimally, right? It looked very much like Ruby Sunday will become the 15th Doctor defining companion, just as Jamie was the second, or Sarah Jane was the fourth, Ace was the seventh. I agree with you, right? Amy was the blah, 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 blah. Yeah. 100%. I agree with you there. I totally agree with that. Anyway, fine. Let's do a trailer reaction. Now, one of the things in the Disney Star Wars universe that doesn't make me want to shoot myself in the mouth was The Bad Batch. I enjoyed that. And it's coming up for a third and apparently final season. Yeah, no, it was too good. We had to stop that. Yeah, so look, here's the thing. I enjoyed Clone Wars somewhat. I thought it was an entertaining spin-off from Star Wars. The best bit, in fact, the only bits that of Ahsoka, right? In fact, non-Dave Filoni Star Wars, the best bit was been the Anakin Skywalker Ahsoka Tano bits in the Ahsoka series. That the episode where he was in, that was fantastic, right? So I enjoyed the Clone Wars. And then, so the Clone Wars had a final season. I was like, yeah, some episodes were really bad. It was all about Ahsoka's gay awakening, essentially, right? With Latino mechanics, because everybody in Hollywood is white and racist, essentially. And then you had this. Then you had a 3 or 4 part final story, which was stunning, right? Which wrapped everything up in a brilliant way, and it was like a parallel story during Revenge of the Sith about what was going on with all the clone characters. So anyway, you had this like Clone Force 99, I think, the bad batch, the oddities of the cloned army. And they're really cool. You had a big bruising one. You had it. So this has been a really, I think, decent series. It's showed you the post Revenge of the Sith world, really in a really interesting way. Just like the early Mando show showed you the post Return of the Jedi world in a really. Oh, Charlotte's here. How you doing, Charlotte? Charlotte says also what I find people aren't talking about with the Millie exit. Martha and Bill had 13 episodes. Millie has 8. That's also true. Yeah, look, she got screwed over, right? I totally believe she got screwed over. Too white, too pretty. But essentially, I really think so, right? I really think so. Matthew Bounder's here. Anyway, I digress. So they gave her like a stunning and brave young female Boba Fett, which is a little bit crude, but I kind of liked it. Funnily enough, so they leave the Empire and they become like soldiers of fortune, and now we're on to a 3rd and final season. I don't know why they're ending it. I mean, again, this and Mando season 1 and 2 are the best things that Star Wars put out.
Hold on! We've got troopers up top. We're running out of road!
Not exactly a stealth exit, boys.
Oh, God. But yeah, they keep inserting in painful Karens. Right, like Wanda Sykes, because she's friends with Kathleen Kennedy.
Let's move!
But it's basically like it's an animated A-Team with a Thunderbirds vibe.
I thought that the end of the war would mean an end to losing more of our brothers. But I was wrong. We can't just walk away. Not with the Empire imprisoning the kid. Secure her in a cell. Omega's been waiting for us a long time. Our mission.
Oh yeah, and they also Omega's the kid they had grafted onto her. They also like the techie one of their group got killed at the end of season 2, which was good.
It's not over yet.
Oh, I'll be watching this and reviewing this. I enjoyed it.
There is nothing of greater importance to secure the future of this empire. Whatever is needed to accomplish this goal, you will have it.
Yeah, again, it just isn't painfully woke, and I like the post Sith world.
They are coming. For all of you.
Give us a real challenge.
I like this as a final season. This does look good, doesn't it? But Star Wars is pretty much on its knees.
Down!
We're not big on following orders.
I wasn't planning on killing you, but you're making it very tempting.
Don't know who that is. Three-episode premiere. Disney Plus is cack. Disney Plus is cack. That looks pretty good. That does look pretty good. I do like. I like the Bad Batch. I tell you, I like it. Call me a wacky guy. Just have a look, see if there's anything on Radio Times. No, let's go over here. Fine, let's get to this story, which I've been trying to get to all bloody week. What's that music? It sounds like generic music. There is no Star Wars. Star Wars is gone, right? Star Wars is gone, right? This is the closest you have, right? Because I get it. Clone Wars was from a better age. I mean, Bad Batch was from Clone Wars was from a better age when we said the prequels were shit, and we hadn't really seen how shit it could get yet, right? But anyway, everything's getting shit. The Avengers, no! Oy vey! No! Leave it alone. Why? What? Just why? Studio Canal is reported developing a remake of the Avengers, and it has some big names in the industry and sex education attached. I don't care. Great news, Avengers fans. The reboot is on the way. Not those Avengers. We're talking about the new series take on the popular British spy new series take on a popular British spy series. You know, the one that rocks the in the title. But if you think we're talking about talking about a series take on the Ralph Fiennes and Uma Thurman's 1998 movie, which was awful, I'm still convinced that could be re-edited into something that makes vague sense, right? Because it really didn't. Then we're going to smack you back in the head and send you back to the back of the class. Of course, we're talking about the 1960s series made popular by Patrick Lee's John Steed and Diana Riggs' Emma Peel. I mean, it's just the most quintessential spy awesomeness. 1960s spy. Where'd it go? Come back. Spy awesomeness, right? It's even more awesome than The Prisoner, right? It's in the same way. Let me get the Avengers titles. Doink. Is this it? Yeah. There we go. Doink. Because honestly, this is also true. The art of making a good title sequence is just totally gone. If you look at the Minders title sequence, it tells you a fantastic story about two friends. It's incredible. So, The Prisoner, one of the greatest title sequences of all time. The Avengers 2, I think it also had a very iconic. Here, let's have a look. Video file. Firstly, that sting on its own was fantastic. Oh, it's again. The 60s is on it. Just it's bleed out. We got to start that from again. Okay, so I wonder that thing, is it woke? I mean, is it anti-woke? Steed and Peel are very much equals. I don't know. Well, if it's a woke, Steve would have to be the inferior, obviously. So, all right, coming. Well, I keep stopping it, but they will make me cut it out when in the replay. And Patrick Lee is a very interesting actor to try. He's not like James Bond. He's not like the Prisoner. He's not like but seeing a spy like that in the modern age. How would you do that? I wonder. Okay, and Diana Rigg is just insanely sexy. Okay. And it's not just about her being crazily hot, which she is, right? But she's insanely sexy. She just oozes sex appeal, right? Same as Gillian Anderson. The example I always give, Margaret Thatcher, the most anti-sexual woman ever created. Like, it just the complete opposite of sexual attraction. Yet, when Margaret Thatcher was played by Gillian Anderson, who looked and sounded exactly like Margaret Thatcher, I wanted to fuck her. So Diana Riggs got that going. I don't think because she's so suave and classy. Just great music. Oh, so great. Love it. Yeah. So fine. That's the Avengers, if you didn't know. Oh, so cool. Anyway, fine. So Diana Riggs, Emma Pill, along with other partners, Steve would have over the series run. Deadline Hollywood is reporting exclusive that the studio can now own the rights to the Avengers catalog. Is developing a new run at the series with Mickey Down and Conrad Kay on board as writer of the pilot. Reporter, I've never heard of Industry. With the pilot reporting written. Studio is expected to co-produce with Warner Brothers Discovery Production House, wall to wall. Ben Taylor is attached to the project as executive producer, who does Sex Education. Despite earlier reports, the project was set for HBO. A permanent home for a potential reboot is yet to be determined. First thing that screens in 1962, it will go on to run for 6 seasons on ITV and then ABC in the US. One of the very few British shows that were shows at the time that was able to make the move to American primetime. Yeah, they didn't need to remake it. As that 98 film starring Fiennes and Thurman, we mentioned earlier, let's just say the critics and viewers found a rare moment of unity in that utter... Well, it was awful, right? It was awful. For example, Chain Back Iron Man 3 shared in 2018 that he had co-written the pilot for a remake with writing partner Fred Decker. He submitted to Warner Brothers. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Here, but let me see if I can find the Avengers movie, Avengers 1988 trailer. See if I can find that, because everything about it looked good, and then you saw it and you're like, well, that was awful. That was simply awful. It starred like Uma Thurman was both Uma Thurman and Ralph Fiennes, perfect casting. Weirdly, right? It's just great. And everything about it was like, Eddie Izzard was in it. Hang on. The Avengers 1998. I mean, the time to really do the Avengers was in the early noughties, right? Around the Randall Hopcook deceased, right? When they did the well, I think that movie probably killed it. Here you go. Let's look at the trailer for that movie. Is this Romancing the Stone? Okay, so I thought this was a good idea as well. They lived in their fictional universe is like the 1960s never ended.
Emma Peel, doctor, atomic scientist, poet.
How now, brown cow?
Meteorologist, physicist, marksman.
Are you paying attention?
So again, this all feels like the Avengers in the trailer.
John Steed, agent, member of secret elite intelligence arm, traditional.
Good morning, Constable.
Stylish.
Again, how's the trailer so much better than the movie?
Reserved. Lethal.
I mean, I guess you would have to do something like Kingsman.
Dr. Peel, I presume.
Please, don't get up.
I wasn't going to. I was about to throw in the towel.
Extraordinary.
It's because it had a shit script, basically. It really didn't have... It just meandered and went nowhere.
Crimes against the people and the state must be avenged by agents extraordinary.
Time and place for everything.
Quite. If we still have an enemy.
No. Yeah, Ralph Fiennes didn't really do it. Probably didn't like the movie.
Is the winter of your discontent.
Yeah, great villain as well. I mean, Sean Connery. Yeah, how is it so shit?
Weather is no longer in God's hands, but in mine. Hundreds of millions will die. They'll drown, burn, freeze, and this is merely the beginning.
I mean, there was an always insane level of camp to the event.
Rebels begin.
After tea.
Of course.
And they didn't even get Eddie Izzard in the trailer.
John Steve.
You'll pay for that.
Yeah, it just wasn't very good. But that trailer was excellent. That trailer made me want to see that movie. Right? It totally made me want to see that movie. Let's have a quick look at the Bounty into Comics headlines. See what's going on in the world. Press the wrong button. Doink. Well, how do I close that? Okay, fine. Let's have a look. We'll do a refresh. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Voice actor Samuel Joe promises a unique interpretation of King Shark. I can relate how it feels. Okay, I don't care. Riot Games cuts 530 jobs amidst ambitions, far-out-paced action performance. Was it woke? I have no idea. Master of the Universe Revelation showrunner Kevin Smith defends Revelations focus on Teela over He-Man. We really went out of our way to honor what it was. Why? No, you didn't. And people loved that Master of the Universe. You shouldn't have called it Master of the Universe. Right? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Dev confirms Microsoft execs are being developed for a modern gaming audience. Oh, fuck this. Just develop it for the audience, right? Develop it for the audience. So Master of the Universe Revelation executive producer tries to win back fans by promising Netflix sequel series will promptly feature He-Man. You kind of burnt that bridge, mate, right? I never even finished watching the second half of that. Halo star Pablo Schreiber agrees that MasterChef sex scene was a bad idea. I felt it was a huge mistake at the time, and I argued against it. Taking the helmet off was a bad idea. But we get a bit of Doctor Who over here. Doctor Who has reportedly dropped actress Millie Gibson after just one series. You're going to be drained by Andrew. Yeah, leave me alone. After admitting that Netflix focused on quantity over quality, film chief Scott Subas leaves streaming giant to start new production company. Weirdly enough, they got a picture of Don't Look Up, which I thought was excellent. Alec Baldwin faces to dodge legal bullet, once again faces possible jail time after being indicted for a second time in relation to the Dust shooting. Yeah, man, that was bad for him. Aquaman and Lost Kingdom actor Dolph Lundgren laments how drastically reshoots changed the film. I didn't see any reason to start reshooting and reshaping the story. If you have a good story, stick with it, right? Madam Web, nobody cares. Echo star Vincent D'Onofrio offers his take on Kingpin's ending. I don't care. On Disney Plus series, I don't think he's changed. I think he's enlightened. Dolph Lundgren said he'll return to He-Man as long as he can wear pants. Don't care. Madam Web really established Andrew Garfield as the universe current Spider-Man, underwent massive reshoots to switch to Tom Holland and fucked it up. I don't think that's what fucked it up. Right? Rumor, Sean leave his Star Wars movie to feature apprentice from Rey. Director being looked at to take over for a heroine solo film from Shamin. Yeah, look, that's all. I can't believe that whole movie isn't cancelled yet. Right? Born Again. Born Again was a great comic. Anything else happening? Go on. What's going on? Fine. So the new SFX. Come on. Let me try. reloading the page. Are the interwebs bobbing? No, I mean, weird. My interweb seems to be doing fine, but like it's not opening up any pages. That's weird. That is strange. Okay. So I've been wanting to get this article for you. 6 big questions raised by I'm on the wrong page. 6 questions raised by generation. I think we will get to. I want to get to this article. Who wrote it? She seems pretty painfully woke, right? But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting to that. New FSX magazine comes out tomorrow, and yeah, we could do. I want to do both these articles by generation. Well, we kind of knew it was, right? This was a soft reboot. Like you couldn't work that out for yourself. Okay, that's done. What's this? Cult Box Ripley teaser date for Netflix new psychological thriller. What is this? Former Sherlock star has takes on the role of Patricia Hickman's Tom Ripley. Updated Netflix has dropped an atmospheric teaser ahead of the April release. Okay. Constellation. What's that? Official trailer for Apple. The Constellation Conspiracy. Numi Rapace and Jonathan Banks leads. Oh, that's a good cast. So it's updated. It's coming out February 21st. I might get that. When's Bad Batch coming out? We've seen Varada Sethu. Like, why? What? Like, again, every time I look at this figure, I go, why? Right? That's just insane. That is just completely insane. Harry Potter television series, it's still happening. No, it's not. Companion, spectacular, Easter eggs for I don't really care. I don't really care. Dear haters, the MCU needs more She-Hulk, not less. But nobody liked it. Did you not notice that? Did you not notice that? And there's this article I gotta get to, which is, every time I look at it, I go, what? How? How does this happen? Right? Let me see if we can find it. We'll do Star Trek Discovery. Doink. Will be pure Avengers teaser starts bits off. Also, Star Trek on 32nd. Oh, here we go. Star Trek did it complete its mission? What, in destroying Star Trek? Yes. Man, there's a lot of Star Trek Discovery stuff going on. Oh yeah, this is one I got. Oh, man, there's a lot of articles here I want to look at. Discovery's Michael Burnham deserves her own Star Trek movie. Good God, she's even got crazy eyes in the poster. Right? Did Star Trek complete its mission? Yeah. Well, if the mission was to destroy Star Trek, then yeah, it did. After the 32nd generation should be the franchise's new frontier. I know you liked it, but you liked it because all the transy shit, right? You liked it because all the transy because you're a weirdo, right? Because you're looking for validation, right? You're looking for validation. Michael Burnham deserves jack shit. Michael Burnham deserves you to get a sock, right? Take a sock and fill it with jack shit, or if you want your own shit. And then, of course, I don't advocate violence, but take that and smash it in our face repeatedly. Ah! And say, no more, Michael Burnham, no more. I've seen this just that Obed Chennai paid her own publicity people to effectively go around Disney and get the movie in the public eye. Well, shouldn't have done that. Bloody idiot. Should have kept it quiet. Now she's out of a job. Fine. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up. I am going to wrap up. I am back on Thursday with more. By the way, props. As we'll talk about the Avengers. I'm not sure you saw this. Where is it? Where? Oh, there. Doink. I've been doing, firstly, the two Romanas. I think this was fantastic. Are you sure the Rutons have infiltrated a 19th century Parisian brothel? Doctor, and we have to go undercover. Well, hopefully not too much undercover. But anyways, we had that one, and we had this one, the Avengers, right? I don't think Tom Baker's good in pretty much. He's the best guy to deliver a punchline. Very good, Mrs. Hill. You are indeed needed. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up. Say good night, good luck,